I grab my suitcase and pass her in the doorway. She catches my wrist. Gentle, desperate. Please don't leave like this. I look down at her hand on my wrist, then up at her face. Those ice blue eyes staring at me, and it takes everything in me not to drop my bags and pull her close. You already left, Natalie. I'm just making it official. I pull free and walk out. Each step away from her feels like ripping off a piece of my heart, but I keep going. Down the hallway, the city is gray and cold, matching my mood perfectly. I stand on the sidewalk with my suitcase and think about how my life has been shattered. I should have known better than to fall for the Ice Queen. My phone buzzes. Sarah. Girl, are you okay? You sounded weird on the phone. I'm making up the couch now. I text back with numb fingers. On my way. Bring wine. Lots of wine. Sarah's apartment is a shoebox compared to Natalie's penthouse, but it's warm and lived in and safe. The moment she opens the door and sees my face, she pulls me into a crushing hug. Oh, honey, she murmurs into my hair. What did she do? And finally, I break. Great heaving sobs that shake my whole body, tears I've been holding back since the Hamptons, since that morning on the balcony when Natalie looked at me with ice in her eyes and called what we had a mistake. Sarah guides me to the couch, wrapping me in blankets, pressing wine into my hands. She doesn't ask questions, just sits with me while I cry, occasionally refilling my glass and making soothing noises. When the tears finally slow, I tell her everything. The contract. Fake dating. How it became real, at least for me. The almost kiss that became a real kiss. The night we finally gave in. And then the morning after, when Natalie's walls slammed back into place so hard I'm surprised they didn't leave bruises. She told me it was a mistake. I finished, my voice raw. Said we violated the contract. That when emotions cloud judgment, bad decisions get made. But you love her. Sarah says it as fact, not question. So much it hurts. I laugh through fresh tears. How stupid is that? Falling in love with someone who hired me to pretend. It's not stupid. It's human. Sarah said, and from everything you've told me, she loves you too. She's just terrified. Well, I can't fix her fear. I can't make her choose me. I take a shaky breath. And I can't keep breaking my own heart hoping she'll change her mind. My phone buzzes again. Natalie's name flashes on the screen. Sarah sees my face and holds out her hand. Give it to me. Sarah.
Give me
the phone. Her voice brooks no argument. You need space. Time to think clearly.
She's right.
I hand over my phone, and she immediately silences it, tucking it into her pocket. Now, she says, standing and pulling me up with her. We're going to order obscene amounts of Thai food, watch terrible reality TV, and remind you that you're Quinn fucking Parker, talented, beautiful, and too good for anyone who can't see what they have. I still have to see her at the final gala. I say miserably. One more week of pretending. One more week of playing girlfriend while dying inside. Then we'll get you the most devastating dress ever made, Sarah declares. And you'll walk in there looking so gorgeous, she'll choke on her regret. Despite everything, I smile. Revenge dress shopping? Revenge dress shopping, she confirms. But first, pad thai or drunken noodles? The next 5 days pass in a blur of work, wine, and Sarah's couch. I throw myself into night movies, night games with Sarah. This is what matters. Not billionaire CEOs with commitment issues and eyes like winter storms. My phone, which Sarah finally returned after 2 days of radio silence, is full of messages from Natalie. Quinn, please. We need to talk. I'm sorry. I handled everything wrong. Please just let me explain. I miss you. I delete them all without responding. What is there to say? She made her choice clear. On Thursday, Sarah drags me to a boutique in Soho, where a friend of hers works. Sarah, I can't afford. You can afford whatever you want with that contract money, she reminds me. And besides, this is an investment. In your dignity. Your pride. Your fuck you had your chance energy. An hour later, I'm standing in front of a three-way mirror in a dress that makes me look like a completely different person. Holy shit, Sarah breathes.
Quinn.
That's the one. I stare at my reflection. I look powerful, elegant, heartbroken but unbroken. I'll take it, I say. The night of the Brooks Real Estate annual gala arrives too quickly. I get ready at Sarah's house, moving through the motions mechanically: hair, makeup, dress, heels. Sarah hugged me and said, "You've got this. Remember, you're Quinn fucking Parker." Quinn fucking Parker. I repeat, trying to believe it. I arrive at the venue alone, fashionably late, and pause at the entrance to take a breath. I can see the glittering crowd, hear the music, smell the expensive perfume and champagne. And then I saw her. Natalie is standing near the bar in a white tuxedo that fits her like a dream, her platinum lob styled in soft finger waves that make her look like an old Hollywood star. She's laughing at something a board member is saying, but even from here, I can see the tension in her shoulders, the way her smile doesn't quite reach her eyes. She looks tired. Beautiful, but tired.
Good.
She should be tired. She should be suffering at least a fraction of what I've been suffering. I push through the doors, head high, and the effect is immediate. Conversations pause. Heads turn. I feel eyes tracking my movement across the room, but I only care about one pair. Natalie turns, and when she sees me, she goes completely still. Her champagne glass actually tilts in her hand, liquid nearly sloshing over the rim before she catches herself. Our eyes lock across the crowded room, and I see everything flash across her face: surprise, longing, regret, hunger. Then I look away, accepting a champagne flute from a passing waiter and greeting the first person I recognize. "Quinn, you look absolutely stunning." Catherine Brooks appears at my elbow, resplendent in navy silk. Her expression is warm but knowing. "That dress is magnificent." "Thank you, Catherine." I kiss her cheek, playing the part one last time. "You look beautiful as always." "Walk with me, dear." She links her arm through mine, guiding me away from the crowd toward a quieter corner. Once we're alone, her expression turns serious. "How are you really?" The genuine concern in her voice nearly breaks my composure. "I'm managing." "My daughter is an idiot." I blink in surprise. "Catherine."
She is.
"A brilliant, successful, accomplished idiot." Catherine sighs, looking suddenly older. She gets that from her father, the emotional cowardice, I mean. He was the same way, terrified of vulnerability, of needing anyone. It destroyed our marriage. "I'm sorry." "Don't be sorry for me. Be angry at Natalie for repeating his mistakes." She squeezes my arm. "I've watched her this past week. She's miserable, Quinn. Absolutely miserable. She barely sleeps, barely eats. She walks through that apartment like a ghost." My chest tightens. I don't want to care. I shouldn't care. But of course I do. "Then she should fix it," I say quietly. I can't keep breaking my own heart waiting for her to be brave enough to choose me. "You're absolutely right." Catherine cups my cheek with surprising tenderness. "You deserve someone who chooses you without hesitation, who fights for you." I just hope my stubborn daughter figures that out before it's too late. I make my way toward the edge of the room, trying to be invisible, but Natalie finds me before I can disappear completely. "Quinn." My name is barely a whisper, but I hear the desperation in it. You look incredible." I force myself to meet her eyes, to stay cool and detached even though my heart is hammering. "Thank you. You look nice too." "Nice." She laughs, but there's no humor in it. What are we doing? Polite strangers? What else is there to do? The contract is almost up. After tonight, we're done. I take a sip of champagne, proud that my hand doesn't shake. "Unless you need me to stick around for the final week? I can if it's important for appearances." "Quinn, please." She reaches for my hand, but I step back. "Don't. Not here. Not now." I glance around at the watching crowd. We have an audience. Let's just get through tonight professionally. Pain flashes across her face, but she nods. "After my speech."
Can we talk?
"Please." Maybe. It's the best I can offer. She steps up to the microphone, and the room goes quiet. She's always been a commanding presence. Thank you all for being here tonight, she begins, her voice steady and professional. This year has been remarkable for Brooks Real Estate. Record growth, successful expansions. I let my attention drift, already planning my escape route for after. But if I'm being honest, Natalie continues, and something in her tone makes me refocus. The real success of this year had nothing to do with buildings or contracts. What is she doing? 6 months ago, I made a business arrangement that I thought would solve a problem. I needed to present a certain image, to appear settled and stable for our investors. She pauses. What I didn't expect was to meet someone who would change everything. Someone who would teach me that walls aren't the same as strength. That vulnerability isn't a weakness. That love, real, terrifying, all-consuming love, is worth the risk. My heart stops. The entire room seems to hold its breath.
Oh God. She's doing this. She's really doing this.
Quinn walked into my life with her warmth and her laughter and her ridiculous optimism. Tears blur my vision. I can barely breathe. Quinn, I love you so much, if you're still here. Natalie finally looks directly at me, and the raw emotion in her face steals what's left of my breath. I know I don't deserve another chance. I know I hurt you, but I'm done being afraid. I'm done choosing safety over happiness, walls over love, fear over you. She steps away from the microphone, moving towards me. People are murmuring, but she doesn't seem to care. She stops in front of me, close enough that I can see the tears in her eyes, the trembling in her hands. I love you, she says, loud enough for everyone to hear. Not for appearances. I love you because you're the best thing that ever happened to me, Quinn Parker. You're everything. My cheeks are wet. My carefully applied makeup is definitely ruined. Natalie, my assistant told me you turned the job down. And I need you to know that if you want to reconsider, if you want to take that job, I'll support you. You idiot. I choke out through tears. I didn't turn down Paris for you. Her face falls.
Oh,
I turned it down because of you. I clarify, stepping closer. Because halfway through that phone call, I realized that no job, no opportunity, nothing matters if I'm not with you. You're my dream, Natalie. Everything else is just details. Quinn. She reaches for me hesitantly, like she's afraid I'll disappear. I love you, I whisper. I'm furious with you for pushing me away. I'm hurt. I'm scared you'll do it again. But I love you so much I can barely breathe. I won't, she promises, cupping my face with trembling hands. I swear to you, I won't push you away again.
Quinn.
Please give me another chance. I look into her eyes and see everything, fear and hope and desperate love. She's shaking, tears streaming down her perfect face, her walls completely demolished in front of hundreds of witnesses. She's choosing me. Publicly, irrevocably choosing me. Okay. I breathe. Okay. Hope flares in her expression. But Natalie, if you break my heart again, I won't. I promise you I won't. She kisses me like I'm oxygen and she's been drowning. Like I'm home and she's been lost. Like I'm everything she's ever wanted and she's finally brave enough to claim it. When we finally break apart, gasping, she rests her forehead against mine. Take me home, I whisper. Our home. Gladly. We made it home through her apartment. We're on each other. Months of tension, days of heartbreak, hours of longing. It all crashes together in desperate kisses and fumbling hands. Bedroom. I gasp between kisses. Natalie, please. Here. She pins me against the door, her body hard against mine. I need you here.
Now.
I can't wait. Her hands slide up my thighs, pushing the gold fabric of my dress up until she can touch bare skin. I moan into her mouth, my own hands working at the buttons of her tuxedo shirt. Hands exploring warm skin, the curve of her breasts. I've been dying all night. She captures my mouth again. Watching you in this dress, knowing I might have lost you forever. You didn't lose me. I arch into her touch. I'm here. I'm yours. Mine. She echoes, and there's possessiveness in her voice that sends heat straight through me. Say it again.
Yours.
Always yours. I'm breathless now, desperate. Natalie, please. Fingers finding me wet and ready. God, Quinn. You're so.
Don't talk.
Just. My plea becomes a moan as she slides 2 fingers inside me. She sets a punishing rhythm immediately. Hard. Fast. Exactly what I need. Her thumb finds my clit with perfect pressure, and I'm already embarrassingly close.
She does.
Her mouth traces patterns down my body. Neck, collarbone, breast. She takes her time with each nipple, sucking and licking until I'm writhing beneath her. Please, I beg. Natalie, I know what you need. She continues her path downward, kissing my stomach, the inside of my thigh. When her mouth finally finds my center, I arch off the bed with a gasp. She's thorough, exploring every fold with her tongue, learning what makes me moan and what makes me beg. When she slides 2 fingers inside me while her tongue works my clit, I'm lost. The orgasm builds slowly this time, a wave rising higher and higher until it crashes over me, pulling her name from my throat. She crawls back up my body, and I can taste myself on her lips. I love you, she whispers. I'm sorry I was such an idiot. I love you too. I kiss the top of her head. And you're forgiven. This time. There won't be a next time. I promise. We lie there in comfortable silence, just breathing together. Move in with me. Officially. Not as my fake girlfriend or my temporary arrangement, but as my real, permanent partner. I already live here, I point out. But your name's not on the lease. Your clothes aren't in our closet. Your mess isn't making this place feel like home. She traces my cheekbone with her finger. I want it all, Quinn. I want your hair ties on every surface and your terrible reality TV shows and your burnt cooking experiments. I want to wake up to you every morning and fall asleep next to you every night. I want forever. My chest fills with so much emotion, I can barely speak. Forever is a long time. Not long enough. I pull her down for a slow, deep kiss. Okay, forever. Yeah. She smiles that rare, beautiful smile that's just for me.
Yeah.
But Natalie. We're getting a bigger closet. And I'm bringing all my stuff. The hideous throw pillows, the mismatched mugs, everything. She laughs, the sound of pure joy. I wouldn't have it any other way.